the knee.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Don. We'll be back again with another video. And this time, as you can see from the intro, I'm going to be doing a little tinfoil theory. And my theory is about Brandon Stark, the time traveler. Now, I just started rereading A Dance with Dragons, and I got up to, it was either Bran 3 or 4, where Bloodraven is teaching him about seeing through the Weirwood Tree network. And, you know, he's going back in time and seeing his ancestors. But one of the very first things that happens to him is he sees Ned Stark in the Godswood and sees him, you know, cleaning off ice, you know, from blood or whatever. And I'm guessing that that's probably right after they got back from beheading the deserter from the Night's Watch. Right? So he actually calls out to Ned, and for a brief second, Ned hears him. Now, when he tells this to Bloodraven is like, no way possible that he heard you. You know, I've been trying to call the people for years in the past, and it's never happened. You know, the only thing I can do is observe. But obviously, we know Bran is a little different from Bloodraven. He may be, you know, he may become the most powerful Green Seer of all, right? And I'm thinking to myself now, reading this, look, if Bran can do this on his very first try, where he's able to get Ned's attention, imagine what he would be able to do if he actually honed his skills for a long period of time. Now, again, this is straight up tinfoil. I have no proof that this is even possible. But I'm thinking that Bran is somehow going to change the past. Now, I do realize, you know, the possible ramifications of Bran changing the past, such as possibility that he's never born, possibility that there is no rebellion, the possibility that this whole story winds up being different. But I mean, if you think about it, you know, he was actually able to communicate with someone in the past. Now, it wasn't, you know, that far back. We're talking maybe about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, before Bran is in the cave. So it's not, you know, a substantial amount of time. But imagine if, you know, he's able to hone that skill and is really able to talk to people and get them to listen. Now, one of the major events that is frequently mentioned throughout this entire story, from book 1 all the way to A Dance with Dragons, is Attorney at Harrenhal. You know, that's probably one of the most frequently mentioned events in the story. You know, that, Robert's Rebellion, and probably Aegon's Landing, right? Those are like the 3 big things that everybody always talks about. There's always somebody bringing up one of those 3 events, but mostly the tournament at Harrenhal. I'm not sure if there is a Godswood at Harrenhal, but, you know, if I'm not mistaken, he doesn't even actually need a full tree. If there are any roots around, or if there just happens to be any kind of hard tree at all, you know, then he's able to use that to see through and maybe possibly even connect, right? So the thing I'm thinking is, if Bran were going to change anything, it would be the events of the tournament at Harrenhal. Because changing that saves the Stark family a lot of grief, saves the realm a lot of grief. And at the end of the day, you know, he wanted his father to have a happy life. He wanted his mother to have a happy life. He wanted to lead a happy life. But he also realizes that there's a lot of sacrifices that have to be made in order for certain things to happen. Now, yeah, I might get a lot of thumbs down on this video for this one, but I think it's possible that Bran kind of wipes most of the slate clean. You know, when George talks about there being a bittersweet ending, there's a lot of stuff that he doesn't, you know, that he hasn't talked about in terms of what is going to happen. What if the bittersweet ending is just before everything is about to go to hell, and there's no chance of the others being defeated, Bran is somehow able to change the past. And by him changing the events from the tournament at Harrenhal, then you don't get any of this turmoil. The others are never reawakened. There's no, none of this battle in Essos. And pretty much Rhaegar becomes king and things, are, are a lot more peaceful. I don't know. I'm just going off the head here. I could be absolutely wrong. Again, said this is tinfoil. You guys let me know what you think about it. Am I just not out of my mind here? Go back, read A Dance with Dragons if you haven't read it in a while. Check out Bran 3 or Bran 4. Like I said, I'm not sure exactly which one it is. But go back, check it out. Let me know what you guys think about it. Am I way off base here, or do I possibly have something? Anyway, you guys already know the deal. Rate, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, come back for more. That's been my time. Don Willie, I'm out.